to the Premier Hotspur with your hosts, Si and Matt.
Well, they're the finest team in Great Britain.
Hi guys, welcome back to the Premier Hotspur TV. It's your man Simon, North of England's biggest Spurs fan. Yes guys, we are back again with another match preview. Today it's the Everton versus Tottenham. It's Conte's first Premier League game for Tottenham. And it's co-host day for Matt again. Matt, how's it going, my friends? Back on here again, mate. Looking forward to this one?
Yeah, no, I'm all good. Hope everyone's well. I'm just looking forward to every game now. There's a new bounce at Tottenham. I'm feeling in the fans, in the way we're going about things. I'm just excited, mate. It's just a bit annoying. There's another international break coming up. It's just frustrating for me because it's not only just because I feel like it just splits it all up. I just don't like international breaks, to be honest. But apart from that, it's all good. And maybe it's a time where we should all next week, rather than watch England, go and spend some time with the girlfriend or family or whatever, and try not to neglect them. Because when Spurs come back round, you know what the drill is.
Absolutely. Before we get into it, Matt, thanks for bro Adam, who done that new intro for us.
Adam,
I'll get him to tweak it a bit. There was something that I want him to tweak it a bit, maybe a bit shorter. But Adam, nice one, bro. Thank you very much. That's absolutely fantastic. So, guys, yes, as I said, it's the match preview, guys. Conte's first Premier League game. Matt, just quickly go over the Conference League game on Thursday. Before we do that, matey, we've got some comments in here. We've got Alexander. Hi. We've got Jack Jacobs. Hey guys, how's it going, Jack? Thanks for coming in. Alexander, thanks for coming in. Derek, big up you guys, always in here. Derek,
cheers,
fantastic
Derek.
support. Thanks for that, pal. Wayne says evening, Matt, evening Simon, should be a good and interesting game tomorrow.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Nice,
Absolutely.
Nice to see you tonight.
District says, big up guys. I was impressed by Emerson, Kane, Son and Lloris on Thursday. Dyer and Davies are garbage. I'm done. I told you guys, Hoiberg won't fit Conte's system, but his mentality will. I can see where you're coming from there, matey. Absolutely. Yes, bro. He's in the building. I'll turn beat. Yes, lads. Good to see you both. One love for Conte. Yes, Adam. Thanks for coming in, bro. Thanks for the thing. I said that I'll get back to you later on that. See if we can just give that a bit shorter or something like that. But yeah, absolutely fantastic. Tone says evening, Matt and Simon. Hope you're both good. Yeah, absolutely evening, Tone. Faction Stat says all right, Si and Matt. Hope you're both well. I'm excited for the Everton game to see how we line up and also enjoy shots on goal. Finally, attacking football and always come on, you Spurs. Dietrich, so Faction Stats, thanks for coming in, pal. Dietrich says, I love your Canadian hats. Yes, he's dolling it again. Wayne says, what do you think on the possible lineup tomorrow? We'll get into that, Wayne. Absolutely, mate. We'll get into that. Vinaj, hello. The goats, come on, you Spurs. Vinaj, thank you very much, pal.
Cheers.
We've got Bob's there. Sorry, Bob's. I'll get back to you in a minute, mate. We've got Paul say, evening, guys. I think we have got our Tottenham back. Come on, you Spurs. Paul, thank you very much, pal. Yes. We've got Alan. Have a good show, guys. Yes, Alan. Thanks for coming in. Kelly JTV. Conte has brought the excitement back. He has, absolutely. He's brought the excitement back. and let's hope it continues. Let's hope this is not one of those again. You know what I mean? And this seems real for this time. Bob's from Bobspur TV. Big up, Bobs. Big up, lads. Fantastic atmosphere on Thursday. Conte showed more passion in the first 5 minutes than Nuno did in 4 months. Great show. Still waiting for Matt's leg show.
If we beat Everton, I'll get the legs out, Bob. All right.
Oh, big up, Bob. Get over to Bob's as well on his channel, guys. 10:30 tonight. The Wall. In the Wall, guys. Get over there. It's a great show every Saturday evening. So big up, Bob's. Big up, Nippon, Chelsea fan. How's it going, pal?
No, I wouldn't say a great result today.
Not a great result. And he says hi. Tony says hi to Nippon Chelsea. We're close today. Let him Burnley. Tony just want to get that one in. Yes, Matt.
I nearly won it, Burnley. To be fair to him.
Absolutely, mate. Absolutely. Matt, let's just quickly recap ourselves on Thursday night. As Bob said there, the atmosphere was fantastic. It looked like from what I was watching. Nuno, not Nuno. What I like about Conte when he come out, he didn't like want to lap it all up, saying it's all about me. It's all about it's just
little clap, a few high fives, and get on with it.
And let's get on with it. Yeah, that's what I like about Conte on that. But for the first 30 minutes, Matt, it was great football. Great football. And that goal, Lucas Moura's goal, where we played from the back, mate.
That's Conte ball, that is. I've seen that. Yeah.
That's the sort of Conte football. What I saw at Inter Milan when it was against Barcelona that time. Where fantastic. They really are. And conceded 2 silly goals, and Eric Dyer was both a fault for both. So what's your thought? Just tell everyone round up your thoughts on that game, mate.
Well, it was a crazy game. I think obviously we really went in top gear, up to 30 minutes. And then I think just because we're not fit enough, obviously because of what Nuno did, or I've heard stuff about training sessions that he did and they weren't up to a high intensity and the players were getting a bit sick and tired of it. You can obviously see it, like where they're not going to be fit enough, but Conte will get them firing, and as they get more used to the system, and I'm already hearing about changes of diet and things going in. I think we'll be able to play that type of football for a lot longer, and I think with our scoring capability, and we were pretty clinical on the night. I think we'll put teams to the sword if we get the chance. I suppose you can't read too much into it because they're not. They weren't the best team ever. I'll give them credit for coming back into the game. I thought they were fitter than us. Vitesse, you can obviously see that they're like a pressing team, and they've done it for a while. And I thought they played reasonably well. But I thought Pierre and Skip were poor on the night. Skip looked a bit nervous, maybe a big manager like that. He doesn't quite know where his place is in the team now. He just didn't look composed on the ball to me. Neither did Pierre. I thought the 2 wing backs were good. I thought Emerson and Reguilon were very good. I do have to say, obviously, Dyer's at fault for the goal, but it's Emerson's side on that right-hand side. He went so far up the pitch. I mean, we just had left a massive gap open, and then Ramiro has to cover that side. And then, unfortunately, he gets a yellow card, leading to a red, but not in my eyes, a stupid red card. Just should have just let him go and try and let one of the other defenders, get it, because it nearly cost us. Well, it could have cost us the game because they were playing well, when it was 11 versus 11. But no, I thought we did well to dig in. I thought we showed a bit of character, a bit of heart, because we had to dig in. I think the old Spurs may have, or under Nuno might have, I think they would have got another goal, to be honest. Bit annoyed that we didn't. Obviously, we got the red card through Harry Kane holding up the ball well. But that was Conte for me. He took Kane to the side. He said, "Look, stay in the centre, hold up the ball, be ugly, be aggressive, and be nasty to mark against. Hold it up. Don't keep drifting left and right." And he just continually shouted. he stays on the touchline pretty much the whole game. I think it was. But it's great to see the passion and the desire. But yeah, I think we need to work on the defence. In my personal opinion, I like the two wing backs, and I like Ramiro. I just think he needs another. He needs someone better than Dyer and Davies for me. But we are where we are, I suppose, and it was just nice to see an exciting game and a bit of attacking football. And to be honest,
Absolutely.
we could have scored more. Lo Celso should have scored that 1-on-1 for me. Yeah, and then as soon as they went down to 10 or even 9 men, I thought we played really well. And I even thought Winks came on and actually looked sort of aggressive, and he actually ran forward with the ball, which I haven't seen in probably since he first came into the team or when he was on Song. But you can't read too much into it because it's a poor opposition. But yeah, like I say, good start to Conte. But I think it was the perfect game for him to work out what our strengths are and what our weaknesses are, and how he can improve and what he can do, especially in January, to change that. So I think it's a good thing. I really do, rather than just an easy 4 or 5-1 game. I think it was good that we had that test.
Yeah, I totally agree with you there, Matt. I think personally, Conte's learnt a lot from that one game. He knows we're absolutely fucking diabolical at defending. And he'll rip this flipping team up. Trust me, he'll rip them to shreds. He'll tear this team up, and he'll slowly but surely build his own empire. In the January and some. I think it's going to take to the end of the summer to see the real Conte team in there.
I think he needs a pre-season, doesn't he? Really, to try and get all his, get really fit.
Today there was a couple of links out saying that Conte and Paratici has agreed on that Skriniar and Vlahovic is the ones they want for January. If that's true, my God, we're in for an excitement for the rest of the season.
I keep hearing us being linked to some Monaco defender that he likes.
Oh no, mate, no. We at the end of the day.
No, but apparently Conte wants him. So I mean, even if he's a backup.
Apparently Conte doesn't like big names all the time, but to me, these are the kind of players he wants. Go and get them. Just go and get them.
Yeah, for me, De Vrij or Skriniar for me at centre back. I think either one of them two would be good. Ramagnoli, I like him from AC Milan. I think he's on a free actually coming up.
Yeah. Well, anyone who haven't watched the last word on Spurs, get over to Rick and the guys there. They had Fabrizio on yesterday, and it was fantastic what Fabrizio said about Conte. He said he was interested in the United job. He said because United are ready to win. I mean, he said the club's ready to win big trophies, but he's seen something at Tottenham. He's seen, and that's why he's taking the Tottenham job. He's been promised things, and Fabrizio said Conte doesn't say yes to everyone, and that's massive for us. Do you know what I mean? That means Conte's been promised something here at Spurs, and Fabrizio said you just got one of the best managers in the world. He said you're very, very lucky to have him.
Can I quickly obviously give him credit obviously for the game on Thursday? I like the way he brought on 3 fresh subs. It was no mucking around. It was right, I've seen enough now. Skip, you're off. I can't remember who came off, but it was obviously brought on Ndombele, Winks and Davinson Sanchez, who I thought had a brilliant game when he came on. I thought he led the line really well. He put his body on the line. I'll tell you what, he got a massive kick to the head. Bandage round, and he still put his head on the line. That's what I like about him, and I do think if he can be coached, he'll be a good defender, and hopefully Conte's the man.
Yeah, absolutely. So as me and Matt was speaking about, what I was saying to Matt as well about, so to get over to that and watch that. Matt's going to watch it when he can, but get over and watch. Just listen to Fabrizio talk about Conte. Seriously, it's a good insight of what we're getting, of what we've got at the club. We should be so lucky, and we should thank Daniel Levy and the board to get this one, and Paratici as well. Paratici was the one apparently, who got this one over the line. Massive influence of getting Conte into the club. So just go and get a watch, guys. Seriously, we're in for exciting times. That's the words from Fabrizio. So
Also, be patient, guys. It's not going to be an overnight thing. We've got to get behind this man. I still think, leading up until at least we hit January, I think that some of these players will let him down at times. I'm sure, but I think just be
absolutely.
patient and remember we've got a world-class manager. And you look at Man United today. Ole Gunnar
Yeah.
Solskjaer. I mean,
Do
I'd
you know what?
rather
Do you
have
know what?
in our
Thanks.
position.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ollie.
Ollie.
Thank you,
Thank you.
United.
Thank you, Ollie. Thank you, Ronaldo, for last week's thing. I don't like saying thank you because we lost, because that could have been, we could have waited. That's what I said on Sid Paxton Road TV yesterday, that they didn't have to sack Nuno. We could have been patient with him, waited.
I think
Then
that's what you
things
have
like
to
this
give
happened
credit.
today. Conte, seriously, Solskjaer would have been sacked and Conte in, trust me.
Yeah.
So Hayden says, "Hey guys, hope you're doing well. What a banger of a match in the Conference League. Let's hope that continues tomorrow, but more
Comfortable to
available.
watch.
To watch. More comfortable to watch."
Be a different
Nippon
opposition
says,
tomorrow. But...
Nippon says, "Not the result we wanted. Not complaining though. Still, top of the league for now." Tony says, "Still, you think you win it, Nippon?" Derek says, "Eric diabolical has got to go." Absolutely, Derek. Wayne says Conte will whoop arse in our team. I'm interested to see what happens with transfers in January, both in and out. Wayne, seriously, go and watch that. What I just said. This is very, very interesting for what Fabrizio had to say. Our turn base. Adam says, "I'm back. Laugh out loud. Just took the intro to 30 seconds for you, and we'll send it." Yeah. Okay,
Cheers,
pal. Nice one, bro. I'll have a look at that after, matey. Not a problem. Wayne says Romero, Tanganga, Roden. That would be my back three. Ultimate says we should be all right once they sort the defence out. Absolutely. Paul says, "Evening, lads. Agree with Matt. I love Conte's passion on the touchline. It was still shouting at 3-0. Absolutely. Exactly one, bro. He knows what he's doing as well. He doesn't just shout and holler and point his fingers. He knows exactly what he's doing. Unless Nuno. Paul says, "I was there Thursday and I thought we have improved and liked the three centre backs, but Davies was shit at the back and played out of position the whole first half and was told by Conte numerous times to get back into position. We need two centre backs to play with Romero." Absolutely. Paul. Tony says, "Conte will ring the changes. That's what your team needs." Absolutely, Tony. Wayne says, "I don't like the 18th month contract. If you bring a world-class manager in, you give him a free." Saying that as well, I've seen Conte's little interview. It does sound like that
if it goes
he's
his
very
way,
interesting.
he'll extend.
He's very interesting to stay for the long term, and that's a good one to have a go and read
But
into.
I think a lot of the modern way is not to give managers 3 or 4 years now, just because that's the way of football. I'm afraid. Look at Tuchel at Chelsea. He was on an 18-month contract, and then they've extended it to another 2 years, I think. So I just think that's the way that you have to go with these bigger type managers. There's not many managers that are getting 5-year contracts anymore. It's just the way the football is at the moment.
Absolutely, Matty. Absolutely. And I saw this one earlier, Matt, and it made me laugh. It really did make me laugh.
Go on then.
I saw this. Someone put it on Twitter earlier. I don't know if you saw it. Conte,
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah.
Bale, Romero, and Reguilon. Absolutely, all four have ended up at Tottenham. Unbelievable. Well, obviously Bale was last year. She laughed at one. Let's get into it, Matt. Let's get into it. Everton, Tottenham tomorrow. Team news for Everton. They've got Calvert-Lewin, Decore, Gomez, and Mina.
Yeah, they're all out, aren't they?
All out tomorrow,
That's
guys.
massive. That's absolutely huge, that is.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm not expecting an easy game tomorrow, because you know what, how Rafael sets his teams up. He's going to want to come back because they haven't been great lately, have they, Everton? But
No, that's my worry.
having them players out, especially the likes of Decore, Calvert-Lewin, Mina as well. Mina at the back is a
Well,
massive miss for him as
Mina's
well.
the leader, isn't he? And from set pieces, he's very dangerous.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
So
I think Decore is like the driving force and creative sort of midfielder
and they're
as
missing
well.
Calvert-Lewin up top, mate. They're missing the
Definitely,
goals.
mate. Definitely. But they've got other strikers. You know, they've got. Is it Rondon? Obviously, he's
Yeah.
scored goals in the past against us. So.
That guy is not he's not the best, but he can just start a game and out of nowhere he'll grab a goal. You know what I mean? And
I mean,
that's
they've
what sort of guy he
they've
is.
still got some dangerous-ish players. Like Damari Gray scares me a little bit. I think he's quite a good player. On his day.
They've got Townsend. They've got Andros Townsend. It's, I mean, and he's another funny one that he can have really
can
2 or 3 bad games and he'll turn up. You know what I mean? Turn up. You know what I mean? And that's the problem with we've got to watch them sort of players tomorrow. Tomorrow Grays and
I think it'll be interesting to see how Everton come out. Whether they come at us or are they going to sit behind the ball like a Rafa type team, and then we're going to get most of the ball and it's up to us to break them down, which might suit us a bit better, to be honest. Especially, the way we were passing the ball around the other day. But
will Conte set up as hit him on the counter? I like to have possession football, please.
I think we will. I think
especially with them sort of players out. I think we can pass.
I think Everton will. I think Everton will be sitting back tomorrow, mate, with those players out.
Absolutely. And then we're going to the Tottenham team news. We've got Brian Hill and Session, both out of tomorrow's game.
Oh, is Brian Hill been confirmed? Because he was in training today, I heard. I saw him in the video earlier.
It did say yesterday 50-50, but it's saying now that it's looking likely he's going to miss this game. Caution. That's what it says. Precaution. But we'll wait and see. But that's what it's coming up. As Matt, that's what I'm hearing, that these both Session, this is like, what's this dude up to? He's had a knock for the last. Yeah, exactly. Taking pictures with everyone. He's had a knock for about 10 months. So what's going on with this guy? I mean,
if someone can get him fit, though, it's Conte, isn't it?
The question was, like the other night when I was on Sid's channel, can Session come back into the equation under Conte? Playing as a wing back. Oh,
it'd be great as a wing back. I'd love to see him as a wing back.
Over Regs at the minute? Nah.
Well, no, I mean there's competition.
I need to see more of Session, because he just gets injured too easy, Matt. It's just like, what's his knock? It's always a knock. It's been a knock for the last 3 or 4 months. That's no good to us, me personally. Wayne says, do you think Levy learned from the Mourinho era with regards to manager contracts? I think Levy's learned a lot, a lot over the last couple of years, Wayne. I think, mate. I think me and Matt was speaking about it. The penny has dropped. He knows that he cannot afford no more mediocre managers, no more average managers. It has to be Antonio Conte. We said, Matt, the other night, it has to be Conte. No one else but this guy. If there's someone who can come in, change the fortunes of the club.
As soon as people started chanting his name in that stadium, he absolutely shat himself.
So this is last chance saloon, Wayne, for Daniel Levy. If this goes wrong, horribly wrong, and he doesn't in the end doesn't back him, mate, it's no way out for Levy, is there? There's no way out for him. So Richard says, how are things, Simon and Matt? I feel like Mr. Kipling this week after the signing of Conte. I'm feeling good with. Absolutely, Richard. That Monday was bonks. It was bonks. Seriously, me and Matt was waiting. We had a stream for 12:30. We was waiting for the Nuno, and we got the news that Nuno's been sacked. So we done that stream, and it was literally straight after that. It was Conte all the way. Conte. It was getting closer and closer. We was just waiting. So when's this going to happen? And yeah, it was a crazy Monday. Richard says Everton 1, Tottenham 3 tomorrow. I've missed it, Meg. has his correct predictions in yet again. Richard, that's probably what I'm going to go with. Really, I'll give my prediction at the end, and it's not a bad shout, that one, Rich. I missed you on Monday, Matt. I kept calling Simon Matt. Yeah, he kept calling. It was crazy. Absolutely, it was funny as hell. That. Would you say Session makes Darren Anderson look like a fitness fanatic? Absolutely. Arthur beats Adam. Norwich, the second coach
crazy.
after a win against not Brentford away from home, which is an absolute fantastic result. Where Brentford a fan, and you sack him. They must have someone lined up straight away. They must have someone.
I reckon he must have been told before the game. He must have been. You don't just sack him after a win. I reckon he knew he was going.
Yeah, absolutely. So we've got Alexander Hilton. Hello. I have Nando's.
Ooh,
How's it going, Alexander? Thank you very much for joining. So Matt, can Conte get his first Premier League win tomorrow?
Yeah, I think he can. I think if we play, like we are, I think we'll take him to the sword. To be honest, I think we need to defend better. But I'm sure he's been working on that in training. But I think our patterns of play are good. I think it's I'd say a good time to play Everton. But yeah, I mean, we have a reasonably good record at Goodison Park. Yeah, why not? I think he can. I think these players still want to impress him, and I think he's going to get off to a good start. But yeah, I mean, God help him if they don't get a win, because he's going to absolutely beast them or be really pissed off, with them. But
yeah. Very interested, Matt, this game. I
just think if you can't beat him without those three players, I just think we really are not in trouble, but need a hell of a lot of work if we can't beat them.
I think Conte knows, mate, what a massive task it is. And I do believe he will turn this around. I think he will turn us into challengers again. I mean, what I meant by challenge, I know we don't challenge every season for the titles and things like challenge for the top four again and things like that, and maybe go on challenge for the league as well. I do really believe this, and I think a tough one tomorrow, Matt. I mean, I do agree with you, Matt. If we can't get a victory over Everton, we then sort of players out. There is something seriously wrong. But I just think Conte, mate, the way we played in that first 30 minutes, I think was on the front foot, was passing quicker, was getting from defence to attack very quicker as well.
Yeah.
Under Nuno was a bit sloppy, slow, giving the ball away.
We might start a bit sluggish tomorrow, mightn't we? We might be a bit tired in the legs, whereas Everton have obviously had a whole week off. But I mean, sometimes that can, be the opposite. More games into the legs, you're more on it. Your touch is more, on it rather than having a week off. And I feel when Spurs play more games, I feel like it suits us better rather than having sort of all these breaks. And we've got a big enough sort of squad. I mean, I think. I still don't think there's an excuse for tomorrow. I think we've got to beat them. I think that's simple as that.
Absolutely, mate.
Results have kind of gone our way a little bit, so we need to get back on it.
Absolutely. Shelf side Spurs. Yes, John. Hi, Simon and Matt. Yes, we are absolutely fantastic. John, I hope you're good as well, pal. Richard says, great news that Conte has brought in 3 fitness coaches. He brought in a lot of coaches. Derek says Davis and Dyer were news as tones in the training today. Yeah, absolutely, Derek. Tony says Conte wouldn't be there if he wasn't going to be backed. I think this is the reason why he signed an 18-month contract. Yeah, that could be a possibility as well, Tony. But I just think, as Matt said, in these days, these top managers, this is the norm now, isn't it, Matt? An 18-month contract, isn't it? So probably seeing how Daniel Levy treats him, and probably Spurs and see how good Conte is. So I mean, so 3 wins for both
All
parties there.
Daniel
But
Levy's got to do is stay out the bloody way and concentrate on his business
absolutely,
side of things and let Paratici and him get on with
I
it.
like how Conte said as well. He said we've got a good vision off the pitch,
Need it
but
on the
now
pitch.
we've got to give a good finishing on the
Yeah.
pitch,
And
which is fantastic. You know
how
what I mean? And
refreshing is it that he hasn't said, "Oh, we've got some very talented players and
yeah,
it's a good
absolutely,
squad." He hasn't said that,
yeah. Because
but
the
we've
question
needed
was
that.
point. The question this point was that he said didn't want to name players, didn't want to put players out, things like that. He knows already, mate. He's not a silly
Yeah,
Billy.
he does.
And
Yeah.
apparently we've been talking to Conte for the last 3 weeks. That was from Fabrizio as well. For 3 weeks we've been off and on talks with Conte. So I think Fabrizio do think that the United result did trigger straight away. Apparently notification to start Saturday evening with Conte. So it's very interesting to hear that. So Richard says Son will have a break with Mora with the third.
I think he said Son will have a brace. So I think he said Son will score 2 and Mora with the third.
Right. Son will have a brace. So yeah, with Mora with the third. Kane's getting the goal smart without a shadow of doubt. Tony says Conte's first away Prem game, so he will want a result. He will push these players for nothing less than 3 points. You both sound sceptical. No, not sceptical at all. Because I know the only reason why I'm a bit I know what our defence is like, Tony. The quicker we sort that out, then I mean,
you can't take any team lightly. You look at the results today. Norwich beating Brentford, Burnley getting a point at Stamford Bridge. It's not an easy league.
Yeah, absolutely. Shoehorns and this Burnley results there for Chelsea apparently, and I like how Conte doesn't accept second best. I mean, doesn't accept second best whatsoever. Losers is an excuse in his eyes, and that's what he says. I mean, so we've got a lot of comments there. Sorry, pal.
That's all right, mate.
Richard says, I would be happy with 7th place and a trophy this season.
Nah, I want higher than
that. Kurt says, oi,
hello, Kirst.
Big up and hey to everyone in the comments as always. Big up, Kirst, coming on. Thank you very much, Kirst. Richard says, hello, my number one, Kirst. Shelfside Spurs says, Matt, right, the two times we had a full week to build up to a game last season, we were shocking and off form. John, thanks for that comment there, matey. Cockadont says, what player that Spurs fans want gone do you think will end up being great under Conte? Quickly, I'll definitely want the same bunch out. Winks, Davies, Dyer, Celso. I don't think Montford massive fan of him. I probably missed a couple out there. And will be great under Conte 100%. 100% will be absolutely
who
fantastic.
said what player do you think will be great under Conte?
In
your opinion?
Do you think we'll end up being? Oh, right. Sorry, I read that wrong. One end up. I think there'll be a few who end up great under. I think Davinson Sanchez could be given a chance, under Conte. And I think the ones would be great. I think it'll get Kane back firing again. I think Son will get back firing again. You know what I mean? These sort of players. And to me personally, I don't think he's sold on Pierre, Skip, Moore, Bergwijn. I don't think he's sold on these sort of players. These are the players he's got to work with, and he's got nothing else at the minute until January. So to me, he'll be looking hard at them. I think he'll be playing quite regular these players, but I don't think he's sold on these sort of players. I think after, as I said, I keep saying it. After next summer, we'll see. I think half this team won't be here. Trust me. I think we'll see a completely different new team under Antonio Conte. But apparently, he likes to assess after 3 or 4 weeks, then he knows majority of the players that he thinks he can make it in his team, the ones who can't. So that was a good insight as well from Fabrizio, what he was saying as well. Matt, over to you quickly on this one, mate.
My one player I think would be great under Conte will be Tungi Ndombele. I think he'll get him fit. I don't think he'll have a choice. I've already heard he's doing private sessions with him to get him going. And I think he's what we need in midfield. I think if you look at kind of what Inter Milan did, they had someone like Brozovic who sat there, and then they had someone like a Barella or even an Ericsson that was the sort of deep playing sort of thread the ball midfielder. And I think if you can get Ndombele pressing and get him fit, really fit and up to that standard, Jesus, we have a good midfielder on our hands. I'll go Tungi Ndombele. And I'll agree with Davinson Sanchez as well. I do think he actually hasn't had a bad season, and I think, he's actually looked better. He looks good in the air. He looks aggressive. He doesn't seem to be as rash as he used to be, touch wood, but he doesn't come out and make silly tackles anymore. It's something that I think Ramiro needs to learn to do very quick. Well, he'll learn to adapt. He's only 23, isn't he? But yeah, and I think Sanchez should be part of the back three because he's got more pace than someone like Dyer. And I think when you get countered against teams in the Premier League, a lot of them have got pace.
Absolutely, Matty. Absolutely. Cock Donks, thanks for your comment, mate. Jose says big up Curse. Lewis, how are we doing, lads? Absolutely fantastic. I hope you're well, pal. John Joe, to be honest, guys, as long as Levy gives Conte the money to buy the new players that we need, then he will be successful. Sorry.
I think
John
he's already
Joe,
given it. I think it will just be given to Paratici. Paratici will know his budget in January, right? This is what we got. You can maybe, if you can sell some players, you can top it up.
well, yeah, absolutely, Matt. And as I said, I'll go back to that. Seriously, Conte apparently doesn't come to clubs that if he doesn't think it's right fit for him. Apparently, he's seen something very, very interesting. And he thinks this club has got absolutely fantastic potential. We need to start providing that onto the pitch now. So the words are good. It's good signs what we're hearing. And Conte, without a shadow of doubt, would never have signed his contract, mate, without being assured transfer monies. And I think he'll have that in his contract as well. I really do think.
I just hope we don't bloody waste the money and put it in positions we actually. I don't think Conte will waste the money. I think he'll tell Paratici, I want a centre back, send a defensive midfielder and a striker. You get me that in January, we'll get going.
I think the way the two statements come out, mate, the way Nuno got sacked, the way Conte come in, mate, it doesn't feel me that Daniel Levy was part of this. Obviously, he has to have a little say in it, but I think Paratici done the running for this, mate. I think he won. He wanted Nuno sacked straight away after that game. Maybe not in after that game. It was beforehand. Apparently, they were looking at him at Palace. Apparently, after the Palace game, apparently this has been going on for a month or so. Apparently, and I think he had the whole say in Conte coming. And I think now Daniel Levy will now hopefully was just a step aside for the footballing matters and concentrate on the business side of the club and let Paratici and Conte do their business. And if they can do that, I think we're on to a winner here, mate. I really do. Richard says Matt will be like a Cheshire cat now, Kirsty. Here we go.
Good banter,
Oh, Kurt says, all good, thanks, mate. Hope you're well. And Richard said, haha, don't be daft. Kurt says, Rich Evans, love the #1 comment too. Good to see you here. Tony says, not bad, although wondering how we do against Liverpool tomorrow. Smashing game at 4:30. Absolutely fantastic
game. That'll be a good game.
Absolutely, it'll be a fantastic game. Got so many comments here. Sorry, pal. Richard says, I can charm the birds out of the trees, Kurt. Tony says, Kurt's 100%. As long as we give them a game, I'll be happy. Have to be realistic. If you think we can get something out of this game, laugh out loud. Oh, hello, Curse. Wasn't wrong. Pete says, Ollie's at the wheel. Ollie's at the wheel. Ollie's at the wheel. Ollie's at the wheel. Yes, Pete. Thanks for coming in, pal. Richard Evans says Skip will improve big time under Conte. Davies and Dyer need to join the Raggy Doll bid. With Skip, Richard, quick hits on that one. Yes, he's don't down me. He wears his heart. He wears his heart on his sleeve. You know, he knows what a club is all about.
Squad player.
To me, I can see where Matt's gone. To where Conte wants us, the way he's talking about where he wants us to be, competing for the Premier Leagues and the Champions Leagues and things like that. These sort of players are good enough. Not really. The sort of names have been ringing about. These players are already now who's got quality. So I think there is, but I agree with Matt there. I think it's a squad player. Tony said, Simon, want to borrow my glasses? Wayne says, Lo Celso has so much potential, but I don't think we'll ever see it at Spurs. In the Spurs shirt, Sanchez will absolutely flourish under Conte. I totally agree with both of that. I don't think we'll see Lo Celso. I don't think we'll flourish. I think he'll flourish in the Spurs. But I think Sanchez will. I think he's going to be great under Conte. I think he's probably a Conte type player, isn't it, Matt? Solid. He's fast. He's aggressive. Just got to get their mistakes out of him.
You got a great defender there.
We'll always pull them up against that one. Lewis says, I worry for the defence until January. Dyer, Sanchez and when passing around the back, a bit shaky. Yeah, I really hope Conte gives them confidence. If you don't get confidence when someone like Conte walks through the door, you shouldn't be at a club like Tottenham.
Yeah, you need to go if you're not. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Absolutely not. Curse says, it was only a greeting. Hello, Curse. Don't read too much into it. Derek says Conte will improve Sanchez. Reguilon and Son, he will give confidence. He will get them linking up well on the left. Yep, I can see that happening already, Tony. Absolutely. Richard says, Curse, I might start calling you Gillette the best a man can get. Oh, he's absolutely fantastic. Tony says, Levy sat back. I'm telling you, because of the flack he was getting, get Paratici to be the face of the club, getting the fans back on the side, etc., etc. Tony, I really do think, mate, he can take a back seat. So, I mean, I thought he would do it under Jody a bit, but he didn't. I got pulled into that, but I'm not getting pulled into it. I really do think that he will take the back step, mate, and Paratici. I think he'll take the roles on this, mate, taking his club forward, getting what we want. The Barn says, "Are you going to the Everton match?" No, I'm not. But both at work. So, Curse says, Richard Evans, smooth. Here being the new Curse. Gil, yeah, to it. Alexander said, had my Nando's, it was nice. Oh, I love a Nando's. I absolutely love Nando's. The Celso can't keep up with the pace. Who is getting binned in January? Oh, mate, there's a list of them. Who would have thought Winks could go forwards, laugh out loud? Didn't expect him to even look at the ball right on that last game. Never mind, have it. I still flog him though. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, not good enough for someone like Antonio Conte. Seriously. And guarantee that Conte has already drawn up a list of new players. Keep it in and kick it out players. Levy will have to do his part in the transfer window. Yeah, absolutely. He's drawn up already, mate. Tony, seriously.
Yeah. Levy don't have to do anything. He's just got to leave it to Paratici, and they'll maybe ask Daniel, "Can we sell this player? We got an offer. It's not the offer you want, but we need to take it. We need to just get him off the books." And then all he has to do is say yes. It's all up to Paratici.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's the man
mate.
now. I'm telling you.
Alexander say I wouldn't worry with Sanchez because he will work in a back five, as well as Romero Tanganga as always performs. And John, yes, the Everton fan. How's it going, pal? The mighty Andros Townsend to score against his old club tomorrow, home win. I wouldn't put it past him. I don't think he'll score a winner. So, guys, yeah. So, can Conte get his first Premier League win? Yeah, I think so. I think Matt thinks so as well. I think we just crashed there for 2 seconds. Sorry about that, guys. We're back with it. Matt, this one. How do you expect Conte to set up tomorrow? I've got this, Matt. Very interesting lineup. And I think this is quite an interesting one, mate. And to be honest, if I just take that one off at the minute, I'll go with Loris in goal, Adaya, Tanganga, Romero, Skip and Pierre. I'll go with Bergwijn, Mora, and Tanguy, and Son and Kane up top. Matt, is that something that you would like to see?
I just don't think he's going to play the 3-5-2. I just think, obviously, he played the 3-4-3 the other night. I just think he may think we don't quite have the players up to the standard yet to play the 3-5-2. Because especially in that midfield, you know, where Skip and Højbjerg are, you kind of need the City one, that sitting player, and then you need Højbjerg to get on the ball and have a good range of passing. And I just personally don't think he's got it. I wouldn't say no to the team. I like Tanganga on the right. I don't know. We don't really have a left-footed centre back, so we might have to go with Davies just for that balance, which is a bit annoying. Unless Roden can play left centre back, I don't know if he can. Maybe he can. I think Romero in the middle. I think that's the way I'd like to go, because I do think, especially when Royale no, you haven't got Royale, have you? You've got Tanganga.
No.
Are you playing Tanganga as a right wing back?
Well, yeah.
Or is it Mora going to be doing the sort of wing back?
We could the Mora and Bergwijn as wing backs. I'd just like to see it. I'd like to see it and test it out.
Yeah,
I don't think he'll go with it. I think it'll be Emerson Regs, but this wouldn't be too bad to have a look at.
I think he might.
Because Bergwijn and Lucas are hard workers as well. They'll it back, but to me, Bergwijn.
Yeah, I think it'll be a similar team to what we played against on Thursday night. I really do. I did like the both full-backs. I thought they gave us balance. Pretty good at crossing, I'd say, and they give us that width. I think Son on the wing, he seems to be better because he can come in and cut inside. Plus, with Reguilón high and wide, he can tuck in anyway. I'd like to see Davinson Sanchez. I've got to be honest, maybe for Dyer. Get a bit sick of Dyer, keep making mistakes and not doing enough from corners and getting caught out. But yeah, apart from that, I do like the lineup. I just feel in the 3-5-2, because we don't have that sort of midfielder who can create, and you got one who can sit. The problem is with Skip and Højbjerg, they're very similar players, and I don't trust Højbjerg on the ball with his quad. I'm afraid I don't. But I do think he's a good player and someone I'd use maybe as a squad player just to rotate to keep everyone fresh. But it'll be interesting to see. I think it will definitely be a 3 at the back, whether it will be a 3-4-3 or a 3-5-2. I mean, he might want to keep Everton guessing, mightn't he? So he could be right. He might go for the 3-5-2, but
he might do. he might do and play Regs and Emerson.
I think you're right though. He probably will go with Dyer just because he's got sort of the experience, hasn't he? He's been there probably the longest, and I think he's also built that.
You can either put instead of Tanganga, put Sanchez there. I mean,
Well, yeah, potentially, yeah. I just think what Sanchez did the other night, I just thought he was really good. To be honest, I think Conte would have been impressed with him, but yeah.
So everyone, smash the like, guys. Remember, smash that like, guys. Subscribe to the channel and get all your family and friends over to subscribe. It's free of charge, guys. You know the crack. And we have got Chris. Yes, Chris from Leicester Till I Die. It's the Anton deck of Wire. Oh, this dude. Absolutely.
I'm not bloody.
How the devil are we? That's what Chris said. How the devil are we?
I'm a Tottenham fan. Get me out of here.
Alexander says John Funny. Tony says Levy is a businessman, so don't read too much into his Paratici. This Paratici, he has to answer to Levy and Lewis regardless. As long as they all do their part in getting your club moving forward. Yes, I totally agree. I can see where you're coming from. I won't totally agree. Sorry, I will see where you're coming from. But he has to take the step back now, mate. From a footballing side, we all know that Paratici can't say, right, I'm buying tomorrow. Bob has to go through leaving Lewis. But
I'm sure
me personally,
when he was signing that contract, there would have been discussions. There would have been like, this is my kind of list. We've got to get these sort of players. They'll say this is your budget, and then if you want to sell some players as well, you could top it up.
Absolutely. Kurt says Conte reckons Everton will give us a good game. I disagree. They have been on poor form lately and lost the past few games. If we are on it, jeez, I hate this. We can keep losing the flipping things. And lost the past few games. And if we're on it, we'll be strong. Calvert-Lewin injured is great for us. Absolutely cursed. But it always happens, cursed, about poor teams then come against Spurs. They come alive. They flipping, turn into like Bayern Munich for the day. I mean, so I won't take Everton a bit lightly, especially at White. If it was at home,
I would say, if it was at home, I'd be way more confident.
Away from home, I still say Spurs will win, but it won't be as easy as what people put out to be. No. Tony's evening, Chris. How are you, fella? Alexander says Royale and Reguilon need to start. John says, as an Everton fan, if you don't beat us tomorrow, then there is seriously something wrong. We have a lot of players missing. No DCL, no Decore. Our best player this season, no Mina. Yeah, totally agree there, John. How's it going, matey? Anyway, John says something when Delph comes off the bench and outperforms everyone else. Fabian Delph, he still plays. Wow. Kurt says, I wouldn't have Dyer, Reggie Romero. Was that? I wouldn't have Dyer, Reggie Romero, and Emerson. Wow. That's a good shout there, Kirst. So he says that doesn't sound good for Everton, having those players out. How long do you give Benitez or have faith due to the injuries? John says, Tony, we have to give Benitez time. Can't keep sacking managers all the time. Some of the players letting everyone down. Totally agree with that. He has not. He's not a crap manager like today. Didn't see. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, Alexander says Paratici had contacts for Conte leaving. Or Levy doesn't. Tony says Alexander signs, but Alexander Levy signs the money off, so it still goes through him. Yeah, I can see where you're coming from there, Tone. Devin Lindsay says all you Newcastle fans legit thought Slippy G was coming to your club. The jokes are are on youthfuls, and he was never leaving Rangers as he's waiting for the Liverpool job. Oh, there you go. There you go. Ian, no Simon, no win for you. Ian, how's it going, pal? Man City, great win today, Ian.
Easy.
All
Very
is out
easy.
the world. All is out the world. Yes, yes. Top 9 4-3. Kurt says, I don't mean I won't have all 4. I mean, I just wouldn't have Dyer. I have those. I wish we would start Rodon, but won't happen. Can't see that happen yet, Curse, under Conte.
It's weird with Rodon, isn't it? Because he's had 3 different managers now, and none of them really fancy him. So.
Devon says, you lot think Conte will turn your
Yes.
club round? Absolutely, 100%, yeah. 100%, yeah. I know what guys going to come back to us and say, you said that about Mourinho. This feels different. This feels different. This feels like Conte has got a lot of control of what's going to happen going forward.
As long as he gets who he wants and gets the control that he wants, and he will turn it around. Yes.
Yeah. I thought Kane got absolutely mauled in the last match. He was manhandled from minute 1. What match was that? Man United or during the week? Because I think during the week I think he was good.
Yeah, especially after the red card, he held the ball up brilliantly. He forced the other defender to get their red card. He held it up really well, and he obviously got that really wonderful assist for that lovely. Was it the 3rd goal or the second goal? Wasn't it for
The
Mora?
second goal was fantastic.
Beautiful goal.
Fantastic football. Absolutely. Kurt says, yes, Matt, I agree. It makes you think as to why. Kurt says the only way Conte will fail with our club if he is not backed by the board. He has every quality we need to go far. So long as he is backed. Absolutely, Cursed. 100% I agree. Matt, go on to Everton for a tiny bit. How big is the 3 Everton injuries? Massive, isn't it? These Everton injuries, massive miss. I think all of them really. Gomez as well. He could be a catalyst in that midfield as well. So 4 big players out for Everton. Are these Everton going to struggle without these 4, or do you think they got enough, Matt?
I mean, they've still got some players like Rondon, Townsend, and Damari Gray, or Figueroa. Don't forget Richarlison as well. He seems to play normally quite well against us. He's dangerous on his day. But like I said, if we defend well and we attack like we did, on Thursday with good patterns of play, I think we'll beat them. But I think, I think Decore is a big miss. I think he's easily been their best player. The way he drives through that midfield with power, and you want someone like you do. That's what we expect from like Ndombele. The way he can go through midfield and then just bring everyone else, into play. So Decore, I suppose, reminds you of sort of kind of like a Moussa Dembele, the way he can keep the ball and power through midfield and open up all the spaces. But he's a goal scorer as well. He scores some good goals. And he's also, he's a heart of that midfield with the partnership with Allen, who I think is a good player as well. I do think Mina's a big miss. He seems to be the one who organises the back line with Michael Keane and who's the other one? I can't remember his name, but he's quite young. He'll be in centre back tomorrow. Godfrey, that's it. Ben Godfrey, yeah. But I do think Mina, that they miss that sort of power and presence at the back, and he's also very good at a set piece, from corners and things like that. So I'm kind of glad I'm glad he's not playing. Yeah, and then like you say, Gomez, but I think Calvert-Lewin's the one. He's like their Harry Kane, isn't he? He's the goal scorer. He's the one who will, if you give him chances, he'll get goals. He holds the ball up well. And he's a bit of a fox in the box, and also when crosses come in, he's got a great leap on him, hasn't he? I mean, he's got a great header of the ball. I've got to give him that. But yeah, no, I still think Rondon could be a bit of a danger, but yeah, I think we should have enough to beat him tomorrow. Like I said, I just think we've got to watch their deliveries swinging into the box, especially from Digne, the left back for Everton. He's very good, he is.
Oh, Luca Digne, yeah.
Luca Digne, yeah.
The thing is with them, mate, it always comes around to Spurs and how we perform and how we take the game. You know what I mean? I'll let not the occasion get to us with these sort of players being out, and let's not have them in their mindset saying, "Oh, it's going to be an easy game."
We need to go into the game. You know, like we did at Newcastle, where the crowd just went silent. Yeah. You've got to do that.
To do that, Matt, we need to score early. I mean, to quieten that crowd, to get the game under control. You know what I mean? And if we get a goal early, mate, Everton's got to come at us. And I don't think with the quality they're missing, I don't think they've got it in them. Because every time they'll come at us, mate, we can just pick them off, counter attack them. So me personally, I think we can hit them like that. Devon says he did have a great match. I agree, but I still thought he could have more protection in the midfield. Yeah, I agree with that. I do agree.
Well, but that's up to Skip and Højbjerg. They went too far forward.
Yeah, that's what he said. He said you should have more protection in the midfield. I think you lot will win the match tomorrow. Decore is a massive miss for Everton. Absolutely. A huge miss. He's been in really good form this season for Everton.
I kind of want to beat them as well, because obviously they knocked us out of the cup last year, didn't they? So
yeah, absolutely. So he says, right, guys, I've got an early start tomorrow. Had to come on, as I usually do, to support Si and Matt. Take care, everyone. Look forward to catching. Tony, thanks for everyone. Seriously, for always support, mate. Always comes on here, even though he's not a Tottenham fan. I mean, comes on here, shows his support for the channel. Tony, big up yourself, pal. Thank you very much.
Enjoy the game tomorrow. Enjoy the game.
Yeah, enjoy the game, mate. So, our big D's miss. There'll be massive misses tomorrow for Everton. Massive misses. And I don't know how they combat it, Matt, with these injuries to come and get a result against Spurs. But funny things have happened, Matt. That's the thing with this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Funny things can happen. And staying on Everton, then what can we expect of Everton tomorrow, then, Matt? What can they bring to the game tomorrow, mate? For us to be a bit worried about. Are you expecting a real hard set-up team? That what Benitez does all the time. He sets teams up hard to beat. Very defensive, and that's the thing. I think that's how he will set up tomorrow. With the attacking threat not really there, I think he'll pat that midfield or maybe pat the back line. I mean, and just make it ugly for Tottenham. We always struggle to break teams down when they go.
I mean, he could go to a 5 at the back, couldn't he? Or he, or try and match us. Yeah, I think you're right. I think he will. I think he'll tighten it up in midfield, or he'll try anyway. But yeah, I think tomorrow, if we can get our fullbacks in behind, just opens up spaces, get crosses into the box. You look at how Liverpool score goals and City. It's from continuously using their wing backs and their, like Cancelo's, your Alexander Arnold's, your Robertsons. We've got two now who can really get at. I think at some of Everton tomorrow, we've got to stretch the play. But I think Everton, they'll set up like a Rafa Benitez way. I think they'll sit behind the ball. I think they'll look to get us on the counter. And I think they'll look to get Richarlison in behind. Especially if someone like Dyer's playing, he'll probably fancy his chances against him.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. So we've still got to be a bit wary of Everton. I mean, they still have got, they said, Richarlison, Damari Gray.
I think they'll cross it a lot. I think they'll use Townsend and maybe Damari Gray, and they'll just keep swinging the ball in to test our defence.
Richarlison's good in the air as well, exactly. So, and they know Dyer's vulnerable, and know he's not a very great defender. That's what I think we need Davinson Sanchez probably in there tomorrow.
I think they'll be looking at set pieces and things like that, because we can see goals from set pieces so many times.
Absolutely. Devon says Everton will play with 5 at the back. I can guarantee it. Yeah, I think so. I think that's how he'll set up tomorrow, knowing he hasn't got mate with his best players out. I think they still got the defence really. They have got defenders there. They have got midfielders who can sit in and do an ugly job against us.
Do you reckon
And
he'll play like a 5-4-1 or something like that?
he's a play someone like that, Matt, isn't it? He really is. I can see it now. He's going to make it hard. He's going to make it compact. He's probably saying, right, come at us, try and break us down, and we'll try and hit you with the pace we got on the break. You know what I mean? So, we've got to be wary of it. We really have. But if Spurs on their thing, well, I really do think we can pick them off Everton. But
yeah, couldn't agree more.
Yeah, so I expect Everton to be really hard to beat tomorrow. Not much attacking. I know it sounds silly because they're at home, but they've got that. They've got big players missing. I mean, Decore drives through the midfield from Calvert-Lewin up top. They're missing him. You know what I mean, Gomez, he can be the catalyst in that midfield for him sometimes. And Mina, a powerhouse at the back. But
probably their best centre back, isn't it, Mina? I'd probably say he's up there. So
and Matt, you can probably say they've still got Michael Keane in there and Godfrey. I mean, yeah.
Godfrey's young though, and he's got mistakes in him, so I'd definitely target him tomorrow.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's bring in this guy, John Daly, up the toffee. Yes, John. Long time no see, my friend. How's it going? I hope you're all well, all family's good, pal. We used to have banters, mate. This guy, he used to work for Ladbrokes. I don't know if he still does. Back in London, we some great laughs every time we come up against each other. Tomorrow, I said, John, me and Matt's been speaking about what do we expect from you? We expect. Do you agree with us? You're going to compact that defence. You're going to make it hard for Tottenham. We're going to say, come and try and break us down. We're going to try and hit you on the counter. I can see that happening tomorrow, John. Alexander says Kessie's Spurs. Fabrizio did say they mentioned this last night. They put the question to him, and apparently there's no agreement. No agreements in place for Kessie, because apparently there's a lot of other clubs who's interested in Kessie. Plus, there is a deal on the table for Mason Milan's deal, €6.5 million a year, a season. Sorry, for Kessie. That deal is still on the table. So Fabrizio said there is still other clubs interested in Kessie. The deal for Kessie is not.
Apparently, he's always wanted to play under Conte, so.
Yeah. So we'll see Alexander with a Kessie deal. Evan says Conte needs to sort out your centre. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I totally agree with that. I really totally agree with that. It'll take time though, Evan. Matt always tells me it'll take time. It'll take January. I said. And Fabrizio Romano did say that he expects Spurs to sign 2 or 3. He said he reckons 3 as in the transfer. He thinks he'll say, here we go 3 times. So, very interesting. So, Matt, so basically, Matt, what do you expect from Tottenham? How do you think Conte's gonna attack this game tomorrow? You think it will set up Spurs roughly the same as Benitez, hard to beat, hard to break down, but on the front foot, Matt, whenever we can, Matt, trying to get at Everton and get that early goal, settle the nerves, and make Everton a bit quiet place to play on, and let them come at us and we'll pick them off. I think you see Conte setting us up to play tomorrow.
Yeah, potentially. I think he's going to ask the fullbacks to bomb forward when they can. Maybe be a bit smarter than they were against Vitesse, because I do think sometimes they went too far up, and then positionally they're all over the place. I think maybe when we went 3-0 up, they almost got a bit arrogant and thought it was game over sort of thing. Playing Everton, they're still a Premier League side. I still think they've got some ability. So I think you'll just ask them to be maybe a bit smarter Like I said, I think we're going to have most of the ball, because if they sit back, they're just going to let us have possession. But yeah, I expect us to have enough quality to break them down. Try and stretch the play, get Son in behind, make runs, don't be static. Kane to hold the ball up well. Get crosses into the box as well. Like Conte likes Kane in the box, and that's where he says he's at his best. So get deliveries into him, and get people into the box. I watched Man City today at Old Trafford, and they were getting 4 or 5 players in the box, and they were causing havoc against United. And I do think Everton don't have about as good as a defence, as shaky a defence at the moment as United do. I watched them against Wolves the other night. Wolves got down the sides with Semedo. Wang called him. Wang Hee-chan caused them problems with his runs in behind. Jimenez held the ball up well and good passes in behind. So yeah, I think that's the way to do it. I think if we're on our game and we've got quality, I think we beat them tomorrow. It's as simple as that. I think we've got to defend well though as well. No silly mistakes.
Absolutely, Matty. Henry can come back to us on this team lineup. I think you're missing a few players there. John, the Everton fan, saying with the injuries we have, I'm hoping for a draw. A draw you'll take now, John. I think I totally agree with you there. I think Spurs, will we take a draw now? No, not a chance. Conte don't like his second best, John. He only believes in winning. So I think this will be a good game tomorrow. I really do. But I think Conte will rally his team again, and I think he'll learn a lot from Thursday.
Yeah.
He will definitely learn a hell of a lot.
I think he might get him out the blocks quick, but I think he might ask him to conserve a bit of energy as well at times, not just keep going gung ho all the time, because obviously we can't do it for a full match, and then when they get tired, we'll just get ripped apart through midfield again. So
yeah. So I'm just hoping that we do come out the blocks firing. I really do hope we do come out the blocks firing tomorrow.
Players seem happier though, don't they? From what I can see, a bit more smiling in training. Even Kane cracked a smile from the video I saw, and he was having a bit of a cuddle with Son, which we haven't seen really this season. So,
and do you know what? If anyone watches YouTube as well, check out Beanie Man Sports. He had a close in on the Spurs training.
Oh, it was 15 minutes long, wasn't it? It was his first training session, wasn't it?
First training session. I don't know if anyone saw it closely. And when they was doing the warm ups and when they was doing their stretch of legs, they're all in their thing and they're going down trying to touch their feet and all that, stretching out. Just watch that, guys. Being the Man Sports, go and watch it and watch Dele Alli. How flipping lazy that flipping guy is in training. He is so effortless in doing these. I'm telling you, just give it a watch and you'll see what I'm on about. When he's trying to touch when he gets his arm, trying to touch get his as low as possible to his feet, and like, mate, he can't even get him past his knees. It's so effortless. It's a joke, and this is probably why. Going back to Jose, that's why he fed up with him. That's probably why he getting game time under Nuno. He's probably a bad trainer, Matt. I'm just seeing. I just saw literally a couple of seconds of it, and if that's anything to go by, Jesus Christ, I wonder why this guy don't get into the team. Seriously, it's a flipping joke of a guy who gets paid a lot of money to literally. It's like they don't care, and the others, mate, are really going into it, really flipping doing it properly, and there's him just literally just like, do you know when you get the odd, do you know when you used to play football, Matt?
Yeah.
And you always got the good trainers, and you got the ones like who's just like going, you got the ones who just that's him. That's Dele Alli.
Every time the coach has his back turned or he's not looking at, I'll just get a quick 5 seconds off. Yeah.
So Beanie Man Sports, guys, Beanie Man Sports, go and check it out and watch it. I don't know how far it is into the video, but go and watch it. You'll see what I mean. You'll see what I'm on about. And what a joke. What's an absolute joke. The Devon says, will Son start tomorrow? 100%.
Yes.
100%. John says, good luck, lads. Hope it's a good game, but we'll grab the 3 points. John, thanks for coming in,
Cheers, John.
pal. Good luck. You're going to need it with that injuries out. I'm not being big-headed, mate, at all. We never are on this channel. We're always level-headed. But with them injuries tomorrow, mate, wow, that's like Tottenham having Kane and Son out. And like players like like that out for us. So we know we know how it feels, mate, when you've got big players missing. Devon says, I've got to admit, Dyer looked very shaky last match when same old. And that's what Matt said. He can have a good game, and he just goes back into his.
Honestly, he have like a 9 out of 10 or 10 out of 10 game, and he still makes a mistake. And you're like, oh, for fuck's sake. How can you have a 10 out of 10 game and score an own goal or just do a stupid mistake? I'm just like, ah.
Absolutely, mate. Absolutely. There he goes. Henry, thanks for coming back to us, pal. Much appreciated. He goes, Hugo Lloris, Royale, Sanchez, Romero, Dyer, Reg, Pierre, Ndombele, Mora, Kane, Son. That's probably the team.
That. Jesus.
Yeah.
My only problem is that left-sided centre-back, we don't have one, and that is a problem.
We don't have one, Matt, but we have to got to get used to it. That's the thing. Until we do actually bring one in, he likes the guy from Inter Milan. Not Skriniar, the other one. De Vrij, yeah, he's a left-sided centre back.
Bloody good he is.
He's a very good, but Romero did say as well. Fabrizio did say as well on him when they put the question to him. It's not a chance. He said, "Forget it. He's too important for Inter Milan." Plus, Conte
Inter aren't willing to sell in January, apparently.
No, and apparently Conte doesn't want to upset his relationship with Inter Milan and things like that. So
what about Skriniar then? Is he not important?
The Skriniar wasn't mentioned really in the defensive transfers, actually, Matt. But apparently, these kind of players is definitely a no. Absolutely, 100% forget it. Where is Tanganga these days? Frustrating to have. Tanganga, to me, he's got to play regularly to see where we are with Tanganga. He doesn't play enough.
I think he'd be good with a 3 at the back. I think he would be pretty good.
Yeah, we just can't. We can't look at 10, 15 minutes all time back, can we? We can't give a decent review.
I'd like to see him at right wing back maybe, because he can bomb up that field. I tell you. I mean, we've seen glimpses of it before. So
absolutely amazing. So guys, it's been some good numbers in here tonight again, guys. Smash that like, guys. Remember, smash that like, guys. We've had over nearly 30 in here, and peaking even higher than that. So guys, smash the like, please. Subscribe if you already haven't, guys. And just share it out to all your families and friends. I mean, it costs nothing, guys. Even if they don't want to watch us again, literally, it just helps the channel get to our goal at 1K subs, guys. And so, Matt, tomorrow we've spoken about all. We've spoken how we expect Tottenham to set up, how we expect Everton, how they'll set up, how they'll attack the game, how Spurs will attack the game. Now it's predictions, Matt. Let's get the predictions in. We'll start with you, Matt. Where do you think it's going to be won tomorrow, mate? Let's start with that. Where do you think this game's going to be won tomorrow?
I think whoever defends better, you're going to have a good chance, aren't you? But I think midfield might be key for us if we're going to get if we're going to get if you're going to get Kane and Son into this game, you need to break through the midfield lines and get them in behind. You need Kane to hold up the ball well. You need Son to run in behind. I especially need Mora to have a good game, not be wasteful on the ball, and not, if he gets chances and easy passes, don't mess it up, because Conte won't have it. Eventually he'll go, no, we need someone better than Mora, unfortunately. Because he has got the quality. That's the problem with Mora. He's the most frustrating player, I think, for Spurs, because you can see the ability he's got in him. You just wish he'd get a bit more consistent, because there's a player in there.
Absolutely.
I think in midfield the game's kind of won because most games of a game is dictated in midfield, isn't it? If you can keep the ball well, if you can get good transitions of play, you can play it out from the back well and not make silly mistakes. We've got a better front forward line than Everton, and I believe if we get chances, we'll score. I think we need probably Kane to be on that form, and I do think he's due another Premier League goal. I really do. I think his tail's up now, and I think he knows he's got to impress the new manager and put in shifts now rather than look lazy and disinterested. But yeah, I mean, you can never rule out Son. Can you? Scored on Thursday.
He likes the goal.
Looked lively again, though, didn't it? Well, you have to say Kane likes a goal against Everton. I think it's 13 in 14 or something. Games against Everton. I mean, he's got a good record. So, yeah, I think if we create chances, we just got to take them. But I think the game's won in midfield. So I think whoever's in midfield, we need to win that battle. And get their defence early. It's they're probably thinking the same for us. Try and get the ball in the box. Against us as quick as possible. Test Dyer, test whoever's at the back. But I think the same for them. I think if we can get our players in behind and get players in the box, I think we'll score. I'll go 3-1 Spurs.
Yeah. Yeah, that's some really good points there, Matt. Really good points. I just think we need to just come out the box firing, mate, like we did against in midweek on Thursday. That first 30 minutes, mate, we showed some real good football. We did some good passionate possession of play. And if we start like that, Matt, I think we can get score an early goal or two. We have to score first, on me personally, and to make the stadium quiet, and then Everton's got to come at us. And to me, then we can just pick them off. Then I mean, I trust in our attack. But it depends on how Conte's going to set up tomorrow. It really is going to be interesting. But to me personally, the where it's going to be won, Matt's gone with whoever defends better. I totally agree with that. I just think that midfield battle with Spurs and Everton in there. Can we get the ball up quick enough? To Kane and Son and then Mora. I expect Mora in there as well. If Ndombele plays, we need a big game from him tomorrow. I think it's whoever plays tomorrow. Me personally, big games.
But even bringing on someone like Ndombele off the bench, I mean, he looked brilliant when he came on. On Thursday, didn't he? That pass he did for Lo Celso, the way he broke the line.
Yeah.
I mean,
apparently as well that Ndombele Conte did want him at Inter, and Richard did say as well that if they can get Conte in the right frame of mind, he'll probably be.
I just don't think he's fit enough yet to play that midfield role, because Conte expects you to press, expects you to make ground up, and I mean, we know kind of what Ndombele's like. He hasn't quite got the engine yet, but neither have most of the players. So, maybe if you were going to play someone more in there who's got a bit more energy, it would have to be Lo Celso, I think. If you're going to play that bit more creative alongside a Skip or a Højbjerg. Yeah.
Whoa, did I hear him say Lo Celso? Did I hear what? Lo Celso?
Well, only because of his energy, not because of his quality.
Did you say Lo Celso?
I did, yeah. Who would you have then?
He fucking missed a 1-on-1. The fucking absolute donkey.
Well, I know, but yeah, who else are you going to have? You're going to have Harry Winks in there?
To me, nah. Tungi can do it.
I trust Tungi, but I just worry that he's not. The problem is, Conte's need to press as a team, not press as individuals.
I'd rather start with Tungi, and I'd love to see fucking Conte's reaction when he doesn't perform. I mean, so Tungi knows, mate. I mean, this is no Nuno now, or no Jose, or things like Conte. This guy is a proper. I mean, he didn't even sit down, did he? In that game during the week, he did not sit down one bit.
If you get a chance, guys, watch the Spurs dugout video of him. It's not 5 minutes long, but it's bloody brilliant.
absolutely fantastic. And so to me, I think the game will be won in midfield. I think Matt's got a good point as well. Whoever defends well, I think. But I think in the end, we should have too much firepower from, especially with the players that got missing. And I will be gutted if we don't win this, especially with the players that got missing as well. I will be.
I think patience is
I
needed as
don't
well. Do you know what I mean?
patience is very needed. Because Conte ain't going to come in and magic
We're
wands
not
and all
just
these
going to go and win
world class players going to turn up.
12-game
Like,
winning streak. It doesn't happen like that. You
yeah.
got to build it.
I think we will see, as I said, Conte's going to take more of a January transfer window. He's going to take a summer as well. And I really do be by the summer, I really do think we're going to see a complete different Tottenham side. Seriously, I really do think I will see a complete different Tottenham side. But before that, Matt, as I said, there's no transfers at the minute. You know what I mean? So he's only got the players he's got in front of him. So he's going to try and make the best out of all and try and get results. And I think that's the more important thing, not just the individual brilliance. I think he's more of a result man.
You know, I think now we've got a good chance of going on a little bit of a run. We've got some good games after the international break.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
So I think we need to get Everton out of the way and start off with a win.
I think we've got Leeds, Watford and things like that, and Burnley.
No, we've got
Leeds,
Burnley, Brentford, Norwich.
Watford, I think.
Yeah, maybe Watford away, because we played them at home, haven't we? But, yeah. You know, I think it is the time, if we're going to go on a run, we need to get back up that table. But we've got to start with a win at Everton tomorrow.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's what Cole said there. It's all about staying in there, in and around the top places when January comes around. So we have got a good thing for players to want to come to Tottenham. You know what I mean? So, and to give us a real good chance of getting that top four, what we want. And I think, do you know what, Matt? Out of all the other clubs that Chelsea, Liverpool, and City, I think that's will be the three. I don't know how it went, but that top four, mate, is anyone's. And I think Tottenham, if we do get the right correct signings in, what Conte wants, he gets his team gelling, hard to beat, winning games. I can't see why Spurs can't finish in that top four, but it's a long way off yet.
It is.
But tomorrow, I can see Tottenham win it. It won't be easy. Matt's gone with 3-1. I'm going to go with 2-1. It's not going to be an easy one. But it can be. I've seen us go there and score 6. I mean, when we won 6-2 there last.
Yeah.
A couple of games ago at Everton, but to me, I can't see that sort of performance again. But I think Spurs will win. We should have enough talent for this. We should have enough power to be taking these to the cleaners. Really, we have got some. Devon says, "Are you Canadian?" I can see a Canadian. No, he's not Canadian. He's from Brighton, but he just loves wearing the hat.
It's just a hat I got for Christmas like last year, I think. So yeah.
Paul says, if Ben Davies plays, I can't watch. Absolutely, he's fucking shy. Liam 1, Donny van der Beek or Kessie for you, Kessie. Me personally. Yeah.
I like both though, don't get me wrong.
Yeah. Doves, I expect to see something different tomorrow with the starting lineup. I think on Ndombele will start. I think on Ndombele will start tomorrow. Matt, do you agree with Darth? There's that on Ndombele to start tomorrow.
Yeah, but I think so. I think he'd want to try him out, won't he? And he's not going to be playing international, is he? So, I mean, that could be a good thing with the international break coming up. Conte is going to be working with the players that aren't going, your Dyers.
He's going to work with Tungi on his fitness.
Oh yeah, I mean, he's got 2 weeks, mate, with the international break. Could be good for Tungi. That could be really good.
Yeah, absolutely. Darth says Kessie for me. Alexander says 3-0 Spurs. Adam Alton beats. Thanks, bro. He says 3-1 Spurs.
Don't trust this defence.
Liam says, I just can't believe they don't give
Donny van der Beek
games. Yeah, guy was different. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
How's
I
he
think
not
he's
getting that team over Fred?
yeah, they're ruining him at the minute, and I think he needs to go. I think he needs to go for his own sake,
Should
really.
have come to us. He had the choice.
Yeah, absolutely. So Cole Sage 3-2 Spurs.
Not another one. I can't take that.
Liam says the biggest thing for us is Conte will get the players believing again. I hope we come out firing like Atmanis and only without the lazy defending. Absolutely, Conte will get these players believing. Their winning mentality, get it in there. And I think if these players who he's got in front of him at the minute don't show him that winning mentality by January comes, I feel sorry for him. It'll be the chop. And it'll be out the door. Get some players who's got winning mentality, who he knows in and around the game, to push this club forward. Devon says, I can't see Spurs keeping a clean sheet tomorrow, but I do think they will take the win 2-1. I say 2-1 as well. I say 2-1. I think it's going to... no shites. Yeah. I'm not a big fan of the cell, so
I'm not a big fan. I was just thinking of that energy and the pressing. He's probably got a bit more in him, but yeah.
Conte is checking every player in so, yeah, selling. Yeah, absolutely, Cole. I totally agree there, matey. Keith says 2-2. Keith, are you a Spurs fan, Everton fan, or neutral? Thanks for coming in, no, matey. Darwin says I don't trust any of Tungi, Gio, or Winks. And I think we need to strengthen in that area big time, but should have enough for tomorrow. Out of them three, Tungi I trust. Gio and Winks, no, I don't trust. Tungi has got it. Just need Conte now. Let's hope Conte can get something out of him. Whip him up the arse, Matt, and then whip him to gear. And Liam says, I have faith 3-0 Spurs. Cole says that this is going to be all about staying in it until January when we can start. Yeah, absolutely. Tony says, hello guys, 5-0 Spurs tomorrow. Everton are there for the taking. Wow. I love the positivity.
I love the positivity. I don't see that.
Love it, Tony. Love it, lads. Absolutely. Top 943 says, well, if Dyer plays, we have problems. If he doesn't, we have a good chance to win. And Cole says Tanganga and Romero and Rodon for me in the back three.
Inexperience for me with
inexperience
Romero.
For me, yeah, absolutely what I was about to say. Liam says you guys need to see this Lo Celso.
I've got it on Twitter. It's so funny.
It's great. He's
it's
cool.
Brilliant.
Oh yeah. I've seen. Yes, I have. It's brilliant. Yeah.
I think I've sent you stuff on it before. Yeah,
you have. Yeah. You have. It's brilliant. Absolutely. So guys, seriously, some real good numbers in it tonight again, guys. That's good for the channel. It's good that we are getting good numbers again. And let's hope. Before that, though, guys, smash the like, guys. Subscribe if you already haven't. If you are going out, just hit that subscribe button, guys. Hit that like button if you already haven't. And get this out to family and friends, guys. Let's get us past 700 tonight at least. Well, 3 away. Let's get us past 700, which that'd be great. And we're on the road to 1K. Let's get us there as fast as we can, guys. Get your family and friends on it. You know what I mean? And Eunice, yes, Eunice. Long time no see, my friend.
Yeah.
I need to sell SoCon in January. I don't want to see him near the pitch. Well, there you go. Eunice speaks. Devon says, I'm so sick of Ollie dragging my club in the mud. Ollie at the wheel.
How good does it feel?
Oh, sorry, Devon, but seriously, we've been staying up at work all day, the United fans. Absolutely. You must be gutted. You must be absolutely gutted seeing Tottenham, a big club like Tottenham, reacting to the loss against you last week. Nuno sacked Monday, Conte in by the end of the night. Massive. It was massive for us. But everyone, come on, join in. Woolies at the wheel.
How good does it feel? Let's go,
When
Marcus.
all is at the Oh, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Derek says 4-1 Spurs. Wow.
A lot of optimism.
Wow, we're
Jeez.
getting some big results in here, Matt. Eunice says 3-1 Spurs. And we got the lady. Curse says 2-1 Spurs. I'll say 2-1 as well, Curse.
I was
don't
between the
see-
two. I was like, go on, I'll go for a bit of confidence. Go on, the 3.
Matt's got on the confidence side. I can see him. I wouldn't be surprised if we do win 3-1. Me personally.
We play to our best. It will, yeah.
But it's
you just
Spurs
never
we're talking
know.
about here. I know
You
we've got
don't know which
Conte, but
Spurs is going to turn up with this team we
yes,
have.
I said
Unfortunately.
it's Spurs we're talking about. There's no change of personnel as we've still got the same players.
But
So
one thing you will
why
get
we
with
still got
Conte, if he's seeing bad performances on the pitch, he'll change it. So
Yeah, absolutely.
You know.
So, but I'm saying, I'm just so I'm so confident now with Conte coming into this club now. I just think he is going to wrap it up. He is going to get this team going again. But as I keep saying, there's Matt, no change of personnel yet. So we have still got the likes of Dyers and
Plus, he's
we
literally
can
only
say
had, like,
Sanchez as well. You know what I mean?
he's literally had,
Davies,
like,
something like that.
how many training sessions has he had? 3? 2?
Yeah,
2 or 3? So he hasn't had enough time to get his pressing game into him yet. And the only problem is coming in half through a season, he hasn't got much time. There's literally so many games after. It's pretty annoying with the international break. You've got to be honest, but he'll be able to work with some of the players that aren't going with their national teams, but most of our team are.
absolutely. Eunice says our back line will leak as usual, but we will play some nice flowing football. I totally agree there. And Devon says, haha, I'm right there with you, fellas. Sorry out there, Will. Oh dear, absolutely. Ollie, the PE teacher. Kurt says, thanks for tuning in last night's site as well. No, absolutely fantastic. What a show that was. I'd like to get some Len on. Ryan, Alan as well, Mark, Jacob. Jacob curses, but he knows his stuff, Jacob. And he's argumentative as well. He loves it. That little argument he had with Mark was great. Yeah, great. It was a great show there last night. Simon Stevens says the Jose Nuno era of football at the club made me age about 40 years. Thankfully, disappointment of Conte has rolled the years back again. Oh yeah, it wasn't great, was it, Simon? It wasn't great under Nuno and Jose. We had some okay times, Matt, in it. We saw some the odd game in it.
Well, we smashed Man United, didn't we? Old Trafford under Mourinho. That was a good day.
Yeah.
And beat
beating
Southampton
Arsenal.
5-2. Beat Arsenal.
Yeah.
I don't.
I said we had some good moments.
Yeah,
So, I mean, we had
had
some good
bad
moments, but
ones. Don't get me wrong, but under Nuno, it was all bad, really, wasn't it?
yeah, it was just complete shite under Nuno. Me personally, Liam says, can't wait to see my manager on the touchline in Italian suit. Oh yes, mate.
Well,
the
either
passion
being his
and the
Italian
energy.
suit or the old Tottenham tracksuit. Go on, lad.
Current Gaming says 3-1 Spurs, 2 goals KANE, 1 Son or Ondombele. Thanks for coming in, pal. Thank you very much. Tony says once Conte has got his signings in, then we'll see Tottenham's mentality change. Absolutely, when he's got the right players with the right mentality. He's got at the minute.
He's going to try before January. I'm sure he's trying now. He needs to try and change because he needs to get some results, obviously. But yeah, he'll be trying. Like you say, he'll be working out in the next few weeks who has got the mentality and who he needs to get the hell out.
Yeah, absolutely, Matt. Derek says Nuno to United. Ollie at the wheel.
I'd keep Ollie. Jesus Christ.
Oh dear. Paul says Spurs 4, Liverpool 0.
Hey. Hey.
I don't know. I don't know
Oh, is
where
it
he-
because Everton's in Liverpool? Maybe.
Oh, maybe.
Kind of
maybe.
is, isn't it? But I think he's got the wrong
Yeah.
team.
Very absent. We are getting Zidane. You can have Nuno. I think I've heard tonight, and Devin, that Nuno.
Daniel Fark.
Nuno is very up on the list apparently, taking over United. So he could be
What?
swapping one bus driver for another one.
To be honest, I don't think Zidane. I don't think Zidane's that good anyway. I think he needs a lot of money. You know, he did really well at Real Madrid, but they had a built team with, you know, Ronaldo and other players. Man United need a lot of work.
And Devin, don't believe what you hear about that, mate. He didn't get paid that much. He was only on 4 million. He's on 4 million a year. That's all he
From
was.
the
4
Sun,
million a
wasn't
season.
it? So that's a
He
load
had
of crap.
all he had is 2-year contract. So the maximum he can got paid out is 8 million.
Yeah.
So where they get the 14 from, that's the Sun. They're absolute jokers of a media, of a broadcast and flipping newspaper, flipping what you want to call them. Absolutely shite. Don't believe it, guys. Richard says Simon and Matt do a fantastic job for us and can't wait to meet up with them one day for a few Jackie Bells. Absolutely,
we will,
Richard.
Mate, we will.
We will, definitely. 100%. 100%. Eunice says the only good moment under Nuno was the opening day beating City. Absolutely, Eunice. Spot on the money. Simon says it was worse than Sherwood for me. As useless as at least he played the Redknapp brand and had a good laugh with the fans during games. He was as good character, unlike the incredible sulks. Absolutely, pal. Liam says no more tracksuits, Matt. We are a serious club now with the Italians in charge. Nuno and Jose dressed like bums. Laugh out loud. Get it serious, Matt. Get it serious. The Italian stallion is here.
Yeah, he's not going to want to ruin his suit if he's pissing it down with Raid, is he?
He's got another 10 to replace that.
Yeah,
Sorry.
probably more than that, mate. Probably gets sponsored by someone. I don't know. Yeah,
Oh, no, he's sponsored by a man who is saying, get it.
probably Spurs supplier.
Nuno is a great fit for United. He will make you proud. Absolutely spot on. Nuno will make United proud. He'll make them winning everything once again.
You'll get loads of shots on target every game.
Yeah, absolutely. Seriously, shot after shot, goals after goals. Devin, you'll love Nuno at your club. Trust me, absolutely. And Devin says, Eunice, it's true. You beat Man City, but they had half of their top players out. It doesn't matter, mate. Possession
Mate,
football.
their second squad's insane. So, I mean, they still had De Bruyne on the day, didn't
Thing is,
they?
right, stats and possession and things like that. That don't mean jack all.
You have
Right?
to score.
You can have all that. If you don't score, you don't win games. Simple as that. Spurs scored. We won the game. And what's the most important thing? Is winning the game. That's how I see it.
We actually played well
Alex,
on the day. I know we rode our luck, but we did put effort in.
Yeah, absolutely. Alexander says instead of Spurs all or nothing, they should record the Godfather at Spurs. Yeah, absolutely. That would be really good. Simon says when you think about it, Zidane would have been the ideal manager for us. He has no hair to pull out, and if anybody dared gave him lip, just slap his head and ribcage. Absolutely. Steve Bruce to United. Yes.
Oh, flipping hell. Jesus. Steve Bruce.
Steve Bruce. Simon Howard from work. Yes, Si. How's it going, pal? United fan. We should have got him. Conte has gone to Spurs side. You've got Ollie is at the wheel. Yeah. And I've heard that Nuno is close. Nuno is close. You've heard it from me about first. It is happening. Nuno to Manchester United. Oh dear. Devon says getting wounded up. And Tony says, I don't believe in stats. I believe in 90 minutes of football. Anything can happen. Tony, 100%. I don't believe in stats and possession. You can have that all day long. If you don't put the ball in the back of the net,
Don't win games.
what? Exactly. I mean, and Devon says, now, mate, I speak about football form from an objective lens. Not as, yeah, absolutely, pal. We have Alexander says, Alan Pardew. Oh my God. To United. Here we go. Look. Oh, Fabio has spoken. See, here we go. Alan Pardew. Oh, brilliant. Richard says, I used to have hair until Pop left. Oh, brilliant.
I've heard Roy Hodgson fancies the United job. Neil Warnock.
All United would get Neil Warnock. Management just acting. Many great options for United. Oh, yeah, the woo.
Tell me how good does it feel?
When you got all the other wheel. Oh, Brucey bonus for United. Premier Hotspur, you TV High, fellas. Yes, Jason Watson. We told you on here first. I know you commented, and yes, I commented you back that you was probably one of them who said that Conte would not come to Spurs. Man, we were right. Me and Matt, we always get our predictions right on here, Matt, and it. Hey, well, most of the time we do. Come on, you Spurs. Eunice says, breaking. Manchester United has sacked Ollie and announced the appointment of Sam Allardyce.
Jesus.
It's just getting worse. Oh, this poor United, I tell you. I've heard Mike Bassett is in contention. Oh, dear Jesus. Perez, let's go, my friend. Neil Warnock just got sacked. United should jump at that opportunity. Absolutely, yes. 100%. I totally agree with that. Devon says, you fellas wish laugh out loud. Absolutely. I don't think we should get too carried away after one match. Let the Godfather settle in. Edwardson, trust me, I'm that confident, and you heard it all first. Clip this. Trust me. Conte will deliver at this football club. Trust me. Conte will deliver at this football club.
But you only have to hear his press conference the other day. We finally have a manager who has a vision, a plan, and something to believe in. And he's not deluded. He's not going, "Oh, we've got a really good squad here." He's said, he hasn't really said anything about the squad. He says, you got.
Under his breath, he's saying, "This is a shit team."
Yeah, literally, yeah. He's like, fucking hell, Eric Dyer again.
Fucking Eric Dyer.
Fucking
Ben Davies. Who the fuck are these players? So,
mind you, he made Victor Moses look good. So,
Simon says if Bruce was at United, we've had him on a diet of a doner and cheesy chips. We have two fat Ronaldos in football. Oh, brilliant. Absolutely. Tony says, I predicted it's Pochettino to United, Zidane to PSG. That's not a bad show.
I think PSG won tonight, so.
Devon says, I thought this was a Spurs channel. You're all in the chat. Are you just obsessed with us? What about what's that? What's that about? I'm thinking. It's just funny. Just funny how this is all unveiled. That this could have been Spurs. You know what I mean? We could have gave Nuno more time, and you lot could have lost today and probably sacked Nuno and got Conte. But we react the quickest, the first, and it's just funny. It just was having a laugh with you, Devon. Big up you, Daniel, is a free agent as well. Matt, have you got something there? Tim Sherwood to United. We've got a few here. We've got Derek saying Wenger to United, breaking news. Matt, have you got anything there?
No, haven't heard that.
No. Richard says, never felt so confident of trophies with Conte in charge. Absolutely, yes. That's what we want to hear, Rich, innit? Ewan says it's enough that he was 30 minutes late to the press conference while busy training with the
He
players.
was an hour and a half
He's-
late, wasn't 30
Yeah,
minutes. I like
he's
that.
going then
He's
immediately,
concentrating on training and, you know,
and I
things.
love it. Absolutely.
I couldn't care less about a press conference. I want my team to win, and if he wants to drill them, you do it.
Absolutely. Yeah, Conte knows what our problems are even after one game and will work hard to fix them rather than bury his head under the sand. Absolutely, Liam. Simon said Conte said we have it good off the pitch, but we need it good on the pitch. Yes. Now pretty much what Poch said about before he was that. Absolutely 100%. And Simon's come back. You know, have a world class manager. So how do you change? Who do you buy next? Well, we changed completely. I think formation, tactic wise, I think that's what Conte will bring. He'll bring a complete different playing style. I think as well. I think we will convert into the back three, the 3-5-2, going forward with the correct players.
As soon as we
And
get a striker in.
who we would get? Maybe a Skriniar and a Flatovic, probably. That's who we've been targeted. Apparently, it's what Paratici and Coutinho, Antonio Conte wants. Sorry, Coutinho, Conte and Paratici. They want Flatovic and Skriniar in January. Not a bad double signing to start us off and to get us back into the top four. Hopefully, Matt. Maybe a creative midfielder as well to add to that. Because Fab says he's confident that it could be 3 players that he's saying here we go to. So if we can get a creative midfielder in with Skriniar and Vlahovic, what an absolute January transfer window that will be. Absolutely. We got Bob Spur back in here again. Conte is world class, but you're only successful if the board back in fully. I think the penny has dropped with Leavely and Enoch, but 21 years of shit is meaning I'm being a tad cautious. Big up, lads. Yes, Bobs, I totally 100% agree with what you're trying to say. I'm still a bit, but I want to give the positivity now because I think this is where it's coming. I don't think Conte. What I'm hearing that Conte doesn't join clubs if it's not to what he wants, and he apparently has seen something at Tottenham, and it sounds like he's been promised everything he wants. I know it sounds too good to be true, but I think you're right. The penny has dropped, Bobs. I really do think, and I think Leavely and Enoch, after 21 years, finally the penny has dropped of bringing these average players in, average managers. And literally backing the manager once and never in life. So I mean, once in a while. So big up Bob's there. So guys, don't forget, guys, at 10:30, I think it is Bob's. Over to Bob's TV in the wall. Absolutely fantastic show. Richard says, Simon, how are you keeping, fella? Absolutely fantastic. Are you on about me? Oh, sorry, me or Simon in the chat? I know Simon in the chat. I'm all good. Units are Matt with the Canadian hat again, lovely. Devon says, what players would you like Conte will get rid of in January? You think Kane will stick it out? That's probably another show. We've gone right about these sort of players, Devon. There's a lot of players I'd like to get rid of, and I think Kane will stick it out for the season and beyond, me personally. Richard says, typical, we get excited, then comes the international break. It's like the wife dressing up in Annie and Summer's gear and doesn't give you any reaction. Richard is quality in it, absolutely. Eunice says, just realised Papa Sarr is going to be under Conte. Reckon he'll work in his system. You know what? I watched Papa Sarr a few times in France. I watched him against PSG. And he ran ran the show. He ran that midfield. He is a top player, but a lot of work to be done with him as well. And there's no other manager, is it, to come in again and come under Conte.
I mean, he helped Kante, didn't he?
Yeah.
Conte. I think like Sarr could be like that. I'm not saying he's exactly like Kante, but he's got the energy like a Kante from what I've seen.
Absolutely, Matty.
Yeah.
Derek says Conte did not want to go to United, not his sort of thing, apparently. No, Derek, apparently he was interested in the United job. Because United are a team that's ready to win trophies, apparently. But they didn't come in with an offer. So that's why it went all quiet. And Tottenham has apparently been speaking to Conte for the last couple of weeks now. And then made an approach on Saturday evening.
Got it done quick.
Perez, I'm hearing some rumours. Roy Hodgson is a shoo-in. Yeah, I'm hearing that as well. All United fans, you must be happy with all these managers that have been linked to your club tonight. Darren D, I've heard Inside don't want to sell any players to Conte. Hopefully Levy won't be tight and pay up to get the deals done. I wouldn't be surprised, Darren. I wouldn't be surprised, but I think at the end of the day, if a player wants to leave, mate, I think he'll make it hard. They'll make it hard for Inter.
It's up to Inter, isn't it? If they don't want to even listen to offers, they'll just be like, no, go away, pretty much.
Absolutely. Simon says, good luck to you boys. Thank you very much, Si. Thanks for coming in. And I'll probably see you at work there, Si. Tony says, would you take Winston McKennie? I've not seen much of this guy. What I've heard of this guy is not a Tottenham player, me personally, but I've not been seeing him much, me personally. But Matt, Winston McKennie?
Like I say, whoever Conte wants, if he's on that list, then you go and get him. Like I've said, if it's who Conte wants, not if it's
really Winston McKennie on Conte's list, do you reckon?
Possibly. I think he's got the energy to kind of do it. He might offer us something a bit different. He drives forward quite well. He can score a couple of goals. I know Paratici likes him as well. So, yeah, like I say, if it's on Conte's list or he's in that list, then you go and get whoever's on that list, you know. I'm sure it's quite a big list, especially if he's thinking, well, Inter aren't really going to sell someone like Brozovic to me until the summer. So I've got to think of other players just for now. But
Brozovic
I'd love to have him.
He's out of contract this summer. A deal is on the table for him, apparently, at Inter as well.
Only takes Conte to give him a little call up there and go, look, we'll come back for you in the summer if you don't sign this contract, or we'll try and agree something in January and you can come play under me again.
Absolutely, matey. Liam says, money talks always down. I don't believe that. Yeah, I use that motto all the time, money talks. People laugh at me saying, don't be stupid. And they said to us about it's Conte, don't be stupid. It's happened. You know what I mean? Money talks in football. Yeah. You must be silly if you don't think money don't talk. Money talks at the end of the day. And if a player does get offered something that he cannot refuse, he will make it hard for that club. And they'll have to bow out to his demands. PC Matt says that down. Why wouldn't they? It's not like Conte is managing Juventus. Yeah, absolutely, PC Matt. I can see where you're coming from. Tony says, but didn't Levy promise Mourinho everything? But I can see where Bob is coming from. Big up, Bob. Tony, this feels different. I believe what I can see when Mourinho come in. I was excited. Yes, I was excited. Don't get me wrong. But I think Mourinho come for the pay packet. Me personally, I think he was over the hill with managerial style, Matt, in it. It was,
and it didn't help. We went into a bloody lockdown, did it? So
yeah, lockdown as well. The money was a bit tight and things like that. But to me, I think it worked out in the end that Mourinho wasn't.
Well, you look what he's doing.
He wasn't back properly, and it just in the end it just didn't feel right, did it, Matt? In the end,
and you look what he's doing at Roma. And it's not great at Roma, is it?
Either? It's not a great at Roma, yeah. So it can't be bad at two clubs, can it, Matt? You know what I mean?
No.
So
yeah, exactly.
Tony, I can say I think you have to believe that Conte would not join. Trust me, I'll keep on saying it, and I'll keep saying it every time when someone comes in like this. Conte will not have joined Tottenham without any reinsurance of anything happening in January and the summer next year. He'll have that in his contract. I wouldn't be surprised if saying in his contract, if he doesn't get backed for what he wants in January, he'll walk. Seriously, and apparently this is how ruthless this guy is. This happened at Inter Milan. They wanted a certain Olivier Giroud. Fabio said it wasn't expensive. It was like 1 or 2 million euros. They thought Inter Milan board thought it was too old. Didn't back Conte in his demands, and he was furious with it. And I think that's where the argument started and things like that. So, to me, Conte will not let Levy get away with murder. Trust me. I think this guy is ruthless, and I think he will walk if he doesn't get his own way. Me personally. We just give it a couple more minutes, guys, and then we'll be heading out to a couple of these comments here, guys. It's true about Levy. He made big promises to Mourinho, but those never happened, and everything just fell flat and went downhill.
I do think Mourinho got quite a few good players. In fairness,
he got good players in, and as Matt said, the COVID come in and things like that, and everyone.
He didn't get his centre back he wanted, but he got Doherty. Yeah. He was happy with him. He chose him. He got Bale. And screwed that up. He didn't play him for 6 months. I think there was just too many mistakes. I think football's past him, mate. To be honest.
Yeah, I just think this feels completely different to when Mourinho come. It just feels completely different. It feels like something special's around the corner, Matt. That's what it feels like. It feels like something special, something's brewing at the club. And it's just hope. Big days are coming back to this club, and we need it. All aboard the Conte train, choo-choo, absolutely. Conte knows who he wants. Barton says, one of my friends at work was telling me that Nuno was always on interim. I still believe, right? I still believe with Barton that Tottenham gave him a 2-year contract. And I think they had all intentions of going back in for Antonio Conte. I really do believe, because I don't. What I'm hearing, that Conte didn't reject us. It just wasn't the right time, because he's just come out of the Inter Milan job and he had emotional connections with Inter Milan still. So it wasn't the right time. So I think that's why they bring someone like Nuno in on a stopgap 2-year contract, and hoping they can get Conte in another window, which they did. So I think the Godfather was always, absolutely. I do believe that. Eunice heard rumours of Skriniar and Vlahovic again, but who knows? Yeah, apparently these two are the ones that Paratici and Conte want for January. Can we get both of them in January? I think we can. I really do think we can. Dietrich says, do you guys rate Dyer? Because Thursday he made Romero's job 10 times harder. I honestly think he is the centre back of the centre of the back three. We will be. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of him, and he did make Romero's job a bit harder. I totally agree where you're coming from there, matey. Dan says probably paper talk. I'm not wanting to sell to Conte, but yeah, if Levy pays up for once, then of course the deals will get done. Dan, I think Inter will probably want to deal with us, because what I'm hearing, they're in money's troubles. They need to sell, and so obviously if Tottenham come up with a good deal for Skriniar, I think that can happen, definitely 100%. And Vlahovic, I think that's if all going right and we do cough up the money they want, I think that's just shoe in for Tottenham. I really do. Tony says, I believe you, Simon, and Tony Conte doesn't come to the club if he ain't getting what he wants. Absolutely. Eunice, Devin says, Eunice, where do you keep hearing all this stuff? You mean you're just making it up? No. Devin, one of the tier sources was saying earlier on Twitter that Antonio Conte come through a few sources as well. Antonio Conte and Power Teachers has sounded out Skriniar and Vlahovic for January. So just watch his space, see how it goes. Why did Romero play on the left off the back three? Was it easier to link up play with the wingers and cutting inwards to the midfielders, Matt?
I just think maybe he's trying sort of stuff out. I think he doesn't really trust Dyer on the right or the left because he maybe doesn't think he's got enough pace. So he thinks if he puts him in the middle, he can be a bit more central. He's probably the slower out of the three, isn't he? But I think for Atalanta, he played in the middle of a back three. So I'd like to see him at the heart of the defence, to be honest. Yeah, but I think Conte's just going to be trying different things, isn't he? Seeing what he likes, what works. Like you say, he's going to be trying all the players to see who he wants and who he wants to kick out.
Absolutely. Christmas come early for Spurs. Absolutely. You don't follow transfer pages on Twitter. Absolutely. Half of them talk utter nonsense. That's never actually materialised into anything.
Well, that's not true. They got Conte, right?
How about DiMaggio and Fabrizio Romano and these links and Matt Law who leaked the Conte on Monday, Devon. They got it first before Sky Sports, and everyone thinks Sky Sports are the ones for the transfer news and all these top stories. So I'm telling you now that I think I heard Nuno got sacked before Sky. I think Sky Sports released it about 45 minutes later.
Daily Mail reported it first.
Daily Mail reported it first. And about 45 minutes later, Sky Sports announced it. So, goes to show it is worth listening to some of these. They're not all. There is some nonsense ones, I agree, but they're not all rubbish. Some really good sources out there. It's amazing to be linked to experienced players like Bodvich, Kessie, and Skriniar. Last window, it felt like we were buying a. Yeah, I've had enough of this buying for the future. And Conte is not one to buy for the future. You need to buy now and to win now. And that's what we need. And that's the mentality we need. You said there were all non-stop saying Stevie Joe was coming to Newcastle. Did it happen? Yeah, some of them I didn't really see it. Not from the ones I follow. I mean, and the ones I follow are quite right. They're 100% majority of the time, and I didn't hear nothing from them about Stevie G to Newcastle. So it was probably just these make-up ones, because people do make up accounts. You've got to be very careful of that. Always check their account. Click into it because it's completely someone else. I mean, and then I followed the other half. PC Matt says Tony and Conte is also type of person who storms out as soon as he starts to think the promises are broken. Absolutely. Gerrard's a decent manager, all jokes aside, doesn't get the recognition he deserves. I agree. Newcastle's job is the lost cause. They're getting relegated either way. Absolutely agree. Big up Simon and Matt. Good stream. I'm off. Liam, thanks very much for coming on. We're going to be off as well. I'm just reading these last ones here. I don't follow Sky Sports. They are the biggest fake. Yeah, absolutely, Devon. Spot on. Always keep following the ones on Twitter. Seriously, DiMaggio's, the Matt Laws, the Fabrizio Romanos, these sort of guys. Seriously, these break the news before anyone else gets it. Seriously. And 1894, Dara and the Flipping Clan, Hugh and buzzing with the new gaffer. Then, lads, Matt looks a little less stressed than last time I saw him. Buzzing ain't the word, pal. Absolutely buzzing.
Effect.
It's the Conte effect, and we do believe that it's gonna. This is the one. It's gonna deliver. But thanks for coming in, pal. Nice to seeing you. And absolutely. And Derek says Dyer out, Sanchez in, Tanganga in for Davis for tomorrow's game against Everton. Tony says great show, guys. Let's hope for a win tomorrow. And Conte, in Conte we trust. Stay safe, peace out, and come on, you Spurs. Tony, thank you very much. Absolutely. So, guys, we are going to follow. We are going to go now, guys. We've been here 2010 minutes. We've been touching 35, 40 people in the chat, which is really good for the channel. And smash the like, guys, and get us over at least 700 for tonight, guys, and get us over to that 1K we are aiming for, guys. Maybe our aim is before the end of the season we can hit 1K, Matt. Hopefully, and so keep believing us, guys. So Devon says great stream, fellas. Big ups. Thank you very much, pal. Thanks for coming in. Eunice says good stream. Simon and Matt being busy with university, but everything's starting to calm down now. And good to be Eunice. Thanks. And good to have you back in the stream, mate. Absolutely. It's good. It's always good to have Eunice back in there. And good to have Derek as well. Great stream, guys. Thank you very much, Derek. Thanks for everyone else in the chat. There's loads of you tonight, guys. Devon, Eunice, Derek, Tony, Dareth, and the 1894 crew, Liam, Kirst, PC Matt, Perez, Alexander Hilton. Anyone else, Matt? We've missed it. Darren, D-Trex,
KANE,
yeah, Edwardson, Top943, Simon as well, Pete, Adam, yes, our turn beach bro, absolutely, who does our intro, Richard, Bob Spur as well, Simon as well, Simon Stevens, Liam, just Richard, absolutely loads of you, absolutely, always great to have all these people in the chat, and thank you for every single one of you who supports the channel, and just hope that the Conte train runs again tomorrow. Let's hope we get the 3 points and we still climb that table, and Conte's a massive coup for us. Speak tomorrow after after the win. Absolutely. Well, I'll get that off. Yes, we are going to be out there, guys. Thank you for everyone who tuned in. In Conte, we trust, guys. 100%, guys. 100% in Conte, we trust. Give him time, guys. That's what me and Matt will say. Just give him time. Give him patience on it. Conte will turn this club around. 100%. He'll get his own players in, and he will start moving this club forward and start winning, or even just challenging for his big honours again. You know what I mean? That's what I want. Matt, any last words from you, matey?
Just hope everyone has a good rest of the evening. Thank you everyone for tuning in tonight, and enjoy the game tomorrow. And let's hope we win tomorrow and go into that international break in a bit more of a, well, hopefully keep the Conte train going and more of a positive thing to go into the international break with. Hopefully we see a good performance tomorrow, a good pattern to play, and a good game. But we will see.
Absolutely, Matty. Nice words from Matty there. And everyone, get over to Bob Spur TV, 10:30 on YouTube, in the wall. Go and go there. It's about Conte. It should be good, that one, guys. And there he is, right at the end there. As we're going out again, Jake.
There he is.
Yes, boys. Sorry, just finished work. Yes, Jake. Thanks for coming in, mate. We are going out. We've been on here for 2 hours and 15 minutes now, and I've got to be at work for early tomorrow. So has Matt.
So have I.
So we've both got to be up early. So it's been a great stream, guys. It really has been a fantastic stream. Thanks for everyone who's tuned in. Smash the like, guys. Make sure you smash that like, every single one of you guys. And let's hope while we come off here, we have gained a couple more subscribers, get up to 700 Matt. It looks good when it's all rounded off to the nearest 100 Matt, innit? And let's get us up to the 1K mark where we want to be. Come on, you Spurs, from Alexander Hilton. Yes, Alexander. So, guys, thank you very much. Good night. God bless. In Conte we trust, guys. Please, this is the one we always wanted. Give him time, guys. And come on, you Spurs. Come on, guys.
Come on, you Spurs.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Premier Hotspur with your host, Si and Matt.
Well, they're the finest team in Great Britain.
That last one, in Conte we trust,
Conte
and
we
Tottenham
trust.
we can't smile without you. Come on, you Spurs.
Come on, you Spurs.